Hey, good Friday morning to you. Just about to hit the road for New Orleans, but I wanted to share with you out of Acts chapter 22 a special passage. It's Paul's testimony and his call, and I love reading this. He says, beginning in verse 1, "Brethren and fathers, here's the defense before you now." And when they heard that he spoke to them in Hebrew language, they kept all the more silent. Now, this is when he's being put into jail. He just came to Jerusalem, and he stops the commander of the barracks, and he asked to speak. And so he's begun his speech, his defense. "I am indeed a Jew, born in Tarsus of Cilicia, but brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel, taught according to the strictness of our father's law, and was zealous toward God as you all are today. I persecuted this way to the death, binding and delivering into prisons both men and women, as also the high priest bears witness, and all the council of the elders, from whom I also received letters to the brethren, and went to Damascus to bring in chains even those who were there to Jerusalem to be punished. Now it happened as I journeyed and came near Damascus at about noon, suddenly a great light from heaven shone around me. And I fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to me, 'Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?' So I answered, 'Who are you, Lord?' And he said to me, 'I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom you are persecuting.' And those who were with me indeed saw the light and were afraid, but they did not hear the voice of him who spoke to me. So I said, 'What shall I do, Lord?' And the Lord said to me, 'Arise and go into Damascus, and there you'll be told of all these things which are appointed for you to do.' And since I could not see for the glory of that light, being led by the hand of those who were with me, I came into Damascus. Then a certain Ananias, a devout man according to the law, having a good testimony with all the Jews who dwelt there, came to me, and he stood and said to me, 'Brother Saul, receive your sight.' And at that same hour I looked up at him, and he said, 'The God of our fathers has chosen you, that you should know his will, and see the just one, and hear the voice of his mouth. For you will be his witness to all men, of whom you have seen and heard, of what you have seen and heard. And now, why are you waiting? Arise and be baptized, and wash away your sins, calling on the name of the Lord.' Now it happened when I returned to Jerusalem and was praying in the temple, and I was in a trance, and saw him saying to me, 'Make haste and get out of Jerusalem quickly, for they will not receive your testimony concerning me.' So I said, 'Lord, they know that in every synagogue I imprison and beat those who believe in you. And when the blood of your martyr Stephen was shed, I also was standing by, consenting to his death, and guarding the clothes of those who were killing him.' Then he said to me, 'Depart, for I will send you far from here to the Gentiles.'" Stop reading there because Paul, the people are not happy because he's going to go to the Gentiles. But I want you to see that Paul shares his testimony. He remembers his past, how he persecuted, how he was a sinner, how he had fought against God, and Christ spoke to his heart. And he goes to this Ananias. Ananias baptizes him, shares the gospel with him. He receives Christ, and Jesus continues to speak to him and tells him that he's going to be a witness to all people. And so this day I would ask you, can you remember that day and that time, that place where Jesus spoke to your heart and you received him? It may not have been a Damascus Road experience where there was the bright light and a voice that was audible and everybody heard that but there was a time in your life that you know that Christ spoke to your heart and drew you, and you repented of your sin. You recalled that you were a sinner, and you asked him to come into your heart and save you. And then this call on your life. I believe every disciple, every person who's saved has a call that they are to go and to do and to be a witness. And so have you received that call also? I pray that you have, and I pray you'll be faithful to fulfilling the call on your life that God has. You have a wonderful day. Know that you're loved, and just know there's always a wish for you. We're here for you. We look forward to seeing you this Sunday in worship. So you have a great one. God bless.